So what the new is gonna happen to Daniel Masterson? Well, now we know more fully what will happen for the next couple months, and I will compare him to Derek, who recently was attacked and very severely attacked. And will Daniel face the same dilemma up ahead? Well, we'll wait and see. But let's sketch out his schedule, which is not too nice. So apparently, he will be in Privilege Unit U, but don't worry, Privilege U does not mean what it sounds like. So for his first week, he only gets one phone call to his family. After that, he gets one phone call per month. He will have limited access to the yard and recreational services. He will have also limited entertainment access, no access to personal property. So he will have fairly limited privileges because he's still being processed. Kern is not necessarily where he will be staying for the entirety of his sentence. They are just processing his papers at this point, and after a couple months, he will leave Kern, presumably for his more permanent location. And on paper, Kern does not look so bad. It's moderate security prison. However, it does have a history of inmate on inmate violence, like Derek. So it is a fairly violent place. And again, I do not have personal knowledge here because I've never been in a California prison. So I'm leaning on others like Lockdown, some other good YouTube commentators. But California politics is very, very racial. So this is going to be the breakdown. If you're a little sensitive here, apologies. So essentially, Daniel will, in all probability, make a deal with a gang that is going to be a white racist gang. But there are moderates, and the moderate gang, the Peckerwoods, are very anti homosexual. They are very racial, and they will do some background check. But essentially, if Daniel more or less agrees to their rules, they will offer protection for money. So they're very pragmatic. So presuming Daniel will or can pay them, he will be protected to some extent. And that brings us to Derek. He was also in protective custody. And protective custody doesn't mean what people think it does. It just means you're going to be separated from other prisoners. It does not mean literally you are protected. It just means you're in a more separate confinement than the other prisoners. But you're still seeing other prisoners. You do have quote, a roommate or a bunkmate or whatever. And that person could be dangerous. Even if it's by accident, tensions could flare up. So again, even if Masterson is around very dangerous people. So even with protective custody, as Derek shows, does not mean you're immune from violence. Derek is a little special because now we know more fully what happened. Essentially, this other prisoner, John T., had been planning for months to go after him and just basically timed the attack, sort of in solidarity with BLM, apparently the Mexican mafia that he was hooked up with. And Derek, whether you like it or not, is a very notorious prisoner, right, because of his role in killing George and setting off the riots. And so, again, he was just a very polarizing figure. Now, is Daniel Masterson the same kind? We just don't know. Because, again, it depends on who he's going to encounter in that prison. Again, it is a very violent prison, but it depends whether they even care about Scientology, care about the charges. And although I do like Tommy and I take his advice seriously, and he says a lot of people want to go after Daniel, I'm just hearing conflicting things that, like it or not, for the next couple months, Daniel should be okay. Now, maybe some people don't like him and do want to be violent towards him because he does have enough money. It's more in their self interest just to keep him safe. Again, he could do something stupid and then they can't protect him, but he should be safe for the next couple months. However, after those 3 months, but from then on, maybe he'll be in a lot of problems. But at least for the next couple months in Kern, he may be safe. Now, Tommy could be correct. Maybe he won't be protected, but from what I'm seeing, he does have enough resources. It's attractive to the Peckerwood to keep him safe. But again, that's the situation now. Things can change very rapidly in that kind of environment. I will keep people posted, but for now, he is safe. He doesn't face an immediate Derek situation, but these things can change very, very quickly, and he too could face a very Derek like situation in the future.